Hello everyone. Welcome. Hold up. The fuck? What's wrong with my tripod? Alright. Hey you guys, man. Welcome back, my wolf pack. Today, as you can see from the title, we're gonna be talking Ben 10 versus Danny Phantom. And yes, before you know, I know they're on two different channels. One's on Cartoon Network, the other one is on Nickelodeon. Or now it is Teen Nick, but still. Now, before we start the video, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Links in the description for my last video I did if you want to check it out. But like, subscribe, and let's get to the video. Before we get to the point of this video, I want to tell you the origin stories of each hero to either refresh your memory or to let you know had you not seen either one of the shows. We're going to start with Ben 10. Now, anyway, as you know, Ben 10 was on a summer trip with his grandpa and his cousin. Now, he didn't know his cousin was going to be there, Gwen. Once they were there, they got into a little screaming match for a few seconds, and then, they did what they did. They stopped at a park, as they needed to sleep. But, as a meteor came down, crashed into the woods, Ben went over to see what it was. But he found a pod that was open and there was a watch. As he reached down for the watch that was actually alien technology, the thing jumped up and attached to his wrist. Then he pressed a button and hit it, and he turned into Heat Blast. He freaked out and then showed his grandpa and his cousin. Cousin freaked out, and what had happened prior to that is I want to bring up that Gwen actually met him in the woods, saw him like this, and just, basically was shocked, because anybody would be. After returning back and showing his grandpa, who, by the way, kept a secret he was a plumber, which is an intergalactic police officer, he was retired, a giant robot, alien tech, by the way, comes and just destroys everything. He turns to an alien and tries to stop. He stops it, and that's when pretty much a shit ton of aliens come down to get the Omnitrix because they want to rule the universe. It is the most powerful weapon in that universe. Well, here's the thing. Eventually, coming to term that he was a plumber, he learned and he got pissed that he wasn't notified he was a plumber. They at first wanted to remove it, but to do that they needed to find the creator, which they didn't know who was who and where was he, because later on in the series, which I'm not going to get to right away, I'm just going to say that they met a ton of different aliens who they thought was the creator, which ended up being not the creator. But they did find it at some point. That's how Ben 10 became, Ben 10. Now we're going to talk about the different Omnitrix. They have the original Omnitrix on Alien Force, one of the the next series that came out. He had the upgraded version when he put the original one on, and it upgraded itself. The next Omnitrix is the Ultimatrix, which basically is the Omnitrix, but when he presses it again, his aliens will evolve into the future state and become more powerful. And I want to point out, but in between the Ultimatrix and the upgraded Omnitrix, there was the Unitrix, which took Gwen's DNA and became a female human. And by Unitrix, which is unit and Omni is all, the Unitrix would touch a creature and get their natural abilities, such as a jackrabbit, which ended up jumping 10 feet in the air, which happened. And then it later became something else. But up next, we're going to talk about the newer Omnitrix, which is white and it has 2 arrows, like this, which is a newer version. And then the next Omnitrix would be the original again, just in a remake of the series, which that one kind of sucked, in my opinion. But the Omnitrix we're also going to acknowledge can cure people from DNA aliens, and has a shit ton of new features we haven't even discovered yet or haven't been told. But enough about that. Now we're going to talk about Danny Phantom's origin story. Who, we're going to talk about his origin story. Danny Phantom's parents were ghost hunters for a long time. They tried their best. They made a portal to the spirit world. Made from it was a tech. It was tech, no magic, just tech. When they, as you know, they pressed the button, failed. Danny Phantom went in with a suit, pressed a button, and Ghost fused with his DNA, which made him Danny Phantom. He was able to fly and turn invisible. He had a hard time, cloning himself, but yeah, he would do pretty much everything else. And so on, he became Danny Phantom. At first, only two of his friends knew. His sister eventually found out, and then we saw at the end of the series, his parents found out, and they didn't make a spinoff, which kind of sucked. But yeah, so he is only half alive. Anyway, he was half alive. He was half alive, okay? Later on, he gained new abilities, such as Energy Blast and Sonic Screech. But we also gained the knowledge that they have a truth. I think it was on Christmas. Like, all the ghosts have a truce, and yet they somehow have presence. Don't ask me how they got them, but they did. However, you can't really kill something that's already dead. However, he was a good, powerful character of the show compared to all the other ones, such as the villains. And I think the most powerful villain on there had to be, I think it was like his uncle or some shit. It was like the mayor, and he was also kind of like Danny Phantom, but he was the evil version. And he was the most powerful villain, but all the rest weren't really that powerful to me, at least in my opinion. But what the villain could do was shift. He could like multiply himself no problem, but Danny Phantom could not. Why is that? Well, speculation is that and this is not a conspiracy theory video, but it's just a theory in general that I have, that the reason the mayor can duplicate easier than Danny can would be that he was a ghost, or half ghost, half human hybrid, longer than Danny has. And his style of clothing and his style of life makes me think that he was like this since, I would say, like the 1600s, but then it hit me that they didn't have tech back then, or at least not the tech we have now, or in the series. So maybe he actually discovered this tech and then had this thing and destroyed it and hid it until this came to life again. Now, I assume that when Danny had to be the hero, he got jealous and became a villain. That's just my opinion. If this isn't true, I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. That's how I think of it. But it's kind of awkward when at the end the kid gets to be, one of the kid gets to be that. I don't know. We'll talk about it in another video, but let's get on with this origin story. Once Danny Phantom comes back, he becomes Danny Phantom, and I'm starting to ramble. Fuck. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if he's half dead, you can't really kill him unless you kill him on his human form, which would make him fully dead, and then there's nothing really you can do then, because he's full ghost and you can't kill what's already dead, right? However, who would beat who in a fight? Now that we have the origin stories out of the way and their powers and the theories, we're going to talk about if they did fight. Now, depends on which Ben 10 we're talking about here. Obviously, the original Ben 10 would probably lose. I mean, he'd pick up a fight, but he would lose. Ben 10 Alien Force, I think, might have a closer shot, but still he would lose. And then we come to the conclusion of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Yes, I am serious. Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Now, the reason I say he would win is because he can. I think the reason I say he can win is because he has Alien X, which he does also have it in um, Alien Force. Alien X, I think, is the only alien out of any of the Ben 10 series that could actually hurt or take away Danny Phantom's powers, because Alien X is a fifth dimensional being. Although it would be kind of a challenge, because every time he goes into Alien X, he would have to, you know, talk to these cosmic beings, which most likely won't let him. But yeah, I'm not kidding. He can literally, I do mean literally, snap his fingers and make Danny Phantom into nothing, because he's a fifth dimensional being and he can bring back an entire universe with a single thought. Therefore, he is stronger than Danny Phantom. However, if we're talking about the original Ben, Danny Phantom would win, because Alien X wasn't in that series. But I guess he would have a similar fight, because he could turn into Ghost Freak in the original series, but that would be not really a ghost. It's more that Ghost Freak isn't even a real ghost. He is an alien with ghost abilities, such as possession and blah blah blah. But he is not a ghost himself. He is a living creature. So, yet again, it's not the same as a ghost, which is dead. And you can't kill what's already dead. However, I do think that if they did fight, eventually they would team up, knowing that they're both good guys, and then they would hash things out. But I don't think they're going to do it, given the fact they're on two different channels. But maybe. I don't know. That'd be cool, though. But, like I said, it all depends on which one we're talking about. Danny Phantom, but I also want to bring up some of the villains, I think. Vilgax versus the mayor. I think Vilgax might be able to trap the mayor, given the fact that he is a super smart alien villain, and he could definitely trap the mayor. But still, I think at some point something would happen where the mayor could escape and be free, but I think for the good amount of the time, Vilgax would be able to trap him. But that doesn't mean he defeated him. It just means he trapped him. Huge difference right there. Huge difference. But Kevin 11 in the original series versus Danny or any of the other ghosts in there, I think would be able to absorb the energy, because ghosts are all energy, and he is a type of alien who could absorb energy and absorb different things and put it into his body. So really, my thoughts on that is he could probably absorb it, but I'm pretty sure that they would try to put into the storyline of him getting possessed because of that. So there we go. That is my whole point. The only alien I think in Ben 10 who can take out Danny Phantom permanently is Alien X. And even then, it's not even a possibility he can even do it, because he has to talk to the beings of the universe. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and links in the description for my last video, along with my Facebook. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.